Está compareciendo el comisario de Comercio de la Unión Europea, Maros Sefcovic. Ya saben que es la persona que ha liderado por la parte comunitaria, por la parte de Bruselas, las negociaciones con Washington, esas negociaciones arancelarias con Trump, y ha anunciado en esa rueda de prensa que les ofrecíamos, Maros Sefcovic, que el bloque comunitario está preparando su respuesta a Donald Trump después de esa carta que enviaba el presidente de Estados Unidos el sábado, reclamando aranceles del 30% a la Unión Europea, imponiendo más bien. Pues bien, esa información de última hora es que el comisario de Comercio de la Unión Europea, Maros Sefcovic, ha anunciado que el bloque comunitario planea responder a los nuevos aranceles del 30% impuestos por Estados Unidos a sus exportaciones con 75.000 millones de euros en contraaranceles. En esa rueda de prensa en Bruselas, Sefcovic ha señalado que todos los ministros de comercio del bloque han coincidido en que tal medida será necesaria si no se logra un acuerdo comercial con Estados Unidos. Vamos a ver ese momento.
By one, even though very important letters. So I believe that there is still a potential to continue the negotiations, even though, of course, this letter triggered very strong waves in Europe, and I will be very open about that. Concerning the discussion on the highest level, President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, had several personal contacts on high level with the President of the United States, Donald Trump. She had several phone calls with him as well. And of course, we are talking not only to our counterparts, but also to the White House officials. So the negotiations are going on all levels.
I have to say our minister will have to chair the EU Central America Association Council in a few moments. We have time for one last question, but please be brief. Bloomberg.
Thank you very much. Jorge Valero with Bloomberg. It's a question for both of us. One question. The letter sent by Trump is interpreted as a negotiation tactic to add additional pressure to the EU, and there were several points that were still open before reaching this agreement in principle. So my question is whether the EU is ready to drop these demands on these issues. There were car tariffs, agri-tariffs, and other issues, ready to drop these demands in order to avoid this 30% tariff, or this will be considered as an unbalanced deal, and therefore you will keep pushing regardless of what could be the outcome of it?
I think I will start. As I said, we've been quite close in agreeing the text on the agreement in principles, but there have been clearly the areas where we had quite big gap between our two positions. So I will not go into the detail of these gaps because I prefer to negotiate directly with my partners, which I will do this evening. And for us, what is absolutely clear is that if you want to land it, and I was very open with my US counterparts, it has to be the agreement which would have a support of our member states, of the European Parliament, and it has to be the agreement which would be acceptable to us. So this would be something on what we would be working for.
Well, just very brief, not much to add. I think it makes absolutely sense not to.
Asegurando el comisario de Comercio de la Unión Europea, Maros Sefcovic, que Europa tiene todavía potencial de negociación con Estados Unidos. De hecho, decía Sefcovic que habían estado a punto de alcanzar ese acuerdo, pero que finalmente Trump, pues que había tomado esa decisión de forma más o menos unilateral de imponer ese arancel del 30% a los productos europeos.